Welcome to the book, book 1 of the Sophomore, Chapter 3, Run Around. You should watch. The field's kinda of a danger zone right now with practice going on. Before you say anything, Chris blows his whistle and sends the team down the line to practice more drills. Zeke tosses the ball back to his teammates and follows the team while you walk over to Chris. Hi there, Captain. Hey, Stephanie. Uh, oh, is that a notebook I see in your bag? You got me. Mind if I ask you a few questions for the paper? And here I was thinking, we're here because you love my company. I do, but I've got work to do. The future of nightly news depends on me. Fair enough. I think I can spare you a few minutes. He calls out some practice runs to the team, then leads you to the sideline. You flip open your notebook, pen poised over a fresh page. I'll try to do this fast so you can get back to your practice. Okay, James told me to be impartial and ask you any interesting questions about topics like Chris' leadership and his thoughts on the team's chances this year. So, my first question will be, what's your initial impression of the team? Or how many players do you have on the team? It looks like you'll be invited a lot of frat parties now. Probably impression of the team. We've got a group of guys are eagerly to get on the field and play. It's kind of enthusiasm you want to see during practice and that you hope sticks around the season progresses. You've also got a good mix of rookies and veteran players, so I'm excited to see how the old and the new talent adjust to each other. It sounds like you're feeling pretty good about this season. Definitely say so. The first game are what really reveals where you are as a team. But I'm forecasting a bright future. Okay, next question then. I'm curious, have you been working out for this position? Or what are your thoughts on being the team captain as sophomore? Uh, maybe, or lastly, what do you do? What do captains do? Hmm, what do captains do? It's important to note that the captain is not the coach, so while they do take part in running practice, they don't get absolute authority over the thing. Mostly, they're there to keep the team in check and boost morale. The captain, the guys who always there for his player and players on and off field. So what kind of figurehead they look for? Yeah, I guess you could say that he has to lead by examples and keep the team competitive but functional. Okay, interesting. So tell me, What is the tryout process like? Or any hottie on the team? Or any standout player so far? Hmm. Uh, Maybe any standout player so far?
We've got a handful. The lineup this year looks great. Our best receivers are seniors this year, so the bittersweet, but we've got a couple of top-notch defense linemen who be around next season.
He motioned towards player on the field as he speaks.
We got a promising first-year running back and some fresh linebackers on our defense. We also got a last-minute additional to the team, but I know him well and we have a good feeling about him.
Let me guess. Name rhymes with faith?
We lost one of our star players, so we held an emergency tryout. Zeke outperformed the rest when it came to the stamina and agility, so we took him on.
He looks across the field, sight when something catches his eye. You follow his gaze and spot Zig sitting on the bench, watching his teammate practice.
Hmm, he hasn't been warming up to the other players so far.
Do you think it has to do with him not warming up to his suitmates either?
Something like that. For someone who acts so confident, I think being around new people makes him more nervous than he looks he likes to let on.
Maybe you can go over there and give him a pep talk. Turn on some good old Captain Charm.
I have the whole team to keep my eyes on right now. Plus, I don't have it to look like I'm giving him special treatment.
Don't worry, I'll see if I can do anything. I may not be a captain, Chris, but I might still be able to help a friend in need. Chris presses a quick kiss to your temple.
Thanks, Stephanie.
As Chris rejoins his team, you head around the field towards Zig. He looks your way as you approach him. Hey Zig, it's a great day for a football, isn't it? The sun's shining, the grass is greener.
Oh, yeah, ideal.
You take a seat beside him while he looks out over the field. Oh, why aren't you out there with the rest of the guys?
It's kind of an unexpected situation. Me being on his team, my advisor managed to get me a tryout and I made the cut. But I don't think everyone all that happy about me being here, calling it special treatment because I'm the captain's friend and all that.
Have you heard them saying that?
Well, no, but I can tell. They'll share looks and stuff.
Zig, it sounds like you're getting ahead of yourself. Or you you can talk to them. Hmm, I guess so. First, you can't know how everyone feels about you in just one day, and they can't know how they feel about you in that time either.
I know, but I just First impression counts for a lot, especially on a team like this. I have to show them that I'm cut out to be here, that I deserve the opportunity I've been given, and I'm not just gonna drag them down.
Sitting on the bench isn't going to help you do that, though. I saw you catch the ball just a few minutes ago. I'd say that just the right way to make a good first impression. You help Zig feel better about fitting in.
Thanks for pointing that out. I guess I am doing all right now on the field. But still, how I play isn't the only thing that matters here.
Okay, you can't go back on the field all moping. Let me cheer you up so you can blow everyone out of the water.
I appreciate the thought, but don't think some nice words are gonna do much for me here.
Zig, hang in there. Sometimes the best pep talk is no talk. I know you've got this in you. You clap him on the shoulder. Now you get out there and show them what you've got made of while I keep taking notes for my article. Chris calls for the offense to run some drills so Zig gets his feet. He gives you a small smile before joining the rest of the team. You keep your eyes on him as practice continues. He seems like a decent player, but awkward with his teammates and fumbles through several drills. I hope that's enough to get him off the bench and onto the field during the game. A player watches from the sideline near snort loudly, then turns towards a teammate.
Look at the loser, friends with the captain, and he thinks he's a big deal. Somebody tells him, football player doesn't fail around like that.
Excuse me? You better not dishing my friend. The football player turns towards you, his surprise dissolving into a mean smirk.
What are you doing hang out with him? A babe like you could use a better company.
Excuse me? I hope you aren't referring to yourself, because you're not the kind of company I associate with.
Whoa, someone didn't drink their soil chai latte this morning. What's wrong, honey?
Ah, please just stop talking to me.
Hey, what's going on over here?
Chris approaches you looking concerned. This jerk has been insulting Zig and making inappropriate comments toward me.
Inappropriate? Manny, what have you been saying? Oh, this is the guy. I haven't done anything inappropriate. Cool your jets.
He's been coming on to me.
Hey, that's why you came to the football practice, wasn't it? You wanted some attention.
Chris puts his arm around you.
Hey, Stephanie, my girlfriend and I won't stand for you talking to her like that.
Manny puts his hands up.
If Telling a girl she's a good looking is disrespectful. I don't know what isn't. She should learn how to take a compliment.
Excuse you? You look over to Manny's shoulders and spot Zig, who's overheard Manny was just said.
Who told you you could speak to a woman that way? Who are you, the PC police? First Amendment, bro. I can speak however I want. Guys, please, let's not go out of hand.
Zig stared Manny down.
Go ahead and say what you want, but you're just making yourself look like a chump. Chill out, Ray.
Ah, I guess. Zig, don't take the bait. He isn't worth it getting worked up over.
You don't have to tell me twice. Manny smirked. Word of warning, Ray. We might be the same age, but you're technically still a freshman, which puts you at the bottom of the hierarchy.
Manny shoves Zig's shoulder. Zig takes an impact but doesn't retaliate. Chris steps between them, a hand on each other of their chest to put them farther apart.
Don't make me bench the both of you before the start of the season.
Manny sucks into a breath. He glowers at Chris for several moments before breaking his eye contact.
Whatever, Manny the man doesn't need to deal with you and your cheerleading squad.
He coughs and stalks away. Ah, doesn't he actually call himself that? Chris watches him go, then looks apologetic at Zig.
Sorry for saying that. I just didn't want it seem like I was picking sides. Let's get back to on the field practice isn't over. You didn't tell me when I signed up I'll be playing with punks like him.
Chris' first day as a captain isn't going smoothly. Zig struck back onto the field and Chris sighed loudly.
Am I literally incapable of leading anything?
Chris, what are you talking about?
My presidency last was a mess from the get-go. I screw up the proposal so many times, and now this?
Hey, I'm not going to let you talk yourself down like that. You step in front of him and cups his face in your hand, making him look in the eye. Keep in mind, this is only your first day. You're dealing with a huge team, and I'm guessing Manny already had an attitude problem last year.
Darren always knew how to deal with him, though I think many bitter that I got the role of captain instead of him.
Well, he's just going to have to move on. Your teammate chose him, and that's because you're good with people, and lots of these guys know and trust you already. He starts to crack a smile. You help Chris feel better about the leadership skills. At the end of the day, you and these guys are all on the same team.
You're right, but a near fight on the first day? What if that aside?
Chris, I hate seeing you so stressed when the quarter hardly even began. Be, it can't be good for you. Why don't we head to the botanical gardens later? I've heard they're beautiful this time. of year and so peaceful. Maybe some nature is what you need after all of this.
That sounds like paradise. Are you okay sticking around though? Practice isn't over for a while.
Of course, I need to take more notes for my article anyway. I'll just take a seat on the bleachers.
You peck him on the lips, then head over to the bleachers to watch the rest of the practice. Your notepad opens on your knees. Once Chris is done with the practice and has showered and changed, you head to the botanical garden up in the hill at the edge of the campus. As soon as you enter, it's like you step into another world. It really is beautiful. Okay, I've heard about how quiet it's up here, but I wasn't expecting this quiet.
I would be a great place to bring a book and just let get away from daily life for a while.
It's amazing that it looks like springtime here. Chris takes your hand in his, lacing your finger together. The two of you walks toward the bridge, arching over a swallow creek. The water flows gently along beneath you. You tap your linked hands against Chris' hips.
The rest of the practice looks like it went pretty well.
Luckily, Zig plays offense and Manny on defense, so they won't be on the same field together. Still, I wish they have at least act civil towards each other. He stooped over and scooped a handful of fallen cherry blossoms, then began dropping them over the side of the bridge, one by one. They, they flutter down into the water and are carried away by a gentle current. He watches them pen- pensively.
I should take my phone and snap a picture, gather cherry blossom, or kiss his cheek.
You quickly kiss Chris' cheek and he turns towards you, and a smile quirking his lips. What was that for?
Oh, nothing. Just letting you know I love you.
Laughing under his breath, he presses his forehead to yours, your nose touching. I love you too. You hear a squawk from somewhere in the tree, and you both turn towards the sound. That sounds like of a peacock that walks around the zoo back home.
Are you telling me Peacock lives here? Or the Peacock back home followed you up to Harfield?
Hopefully neither. What want to check it out though.
Mysterious quirky animals in the botanical garden. How could I not?
During your search, you come across a gazebo nestled among the trees and enter it. I don't think is that what making the noise, but I'd say it's better climb.
Don't tell me you're out of stamina already. You're a football player.
No, it's not that. Chris sits on the bench, pulling you down beside him and putting an arm around your waist.
You're still thinking about the practice, aren't you?
Not so much. But it's just ever since I told AJ I was going to be a football captain this year, she's been ecstatic for me. I don't want her to let her down.
Chris, it's way too early to say you've let anyone down. And I know you don't let people down.
She looks up to me and believes in me so much. And I just want to be successful for her, for my brother, and for my mom.
You take both Chris' hand in yours. It's good that you're thinking of them, but you always put so much weight on your shoulders that way. AJ will be proud of you no matter what.
I wish I could just stop worrying but about all this stuff for a moment.
Let's talk about something else. Happier then. Chris, tell me more about AJ. What does the weirdest dream you've ever risen for a kiss? Or kiss me?
I thought you were going to talk.
We can talk afterwards, but I do have in a romantic gazebo and I don't want to waste it.
You put him close by the back of the neck and kiss him briefly. He turns his body, his hand gripping your waist, to pull you into his lap. Okay, this was definitely a good idea.
Let's talk more kissing.
You you tangled your fingers into his hair as he kisses you enthusiastically. When he finally pulls away, he smiles at you.
You look happier already.
I am. You're always good at cheering me up. You hear the spot from earlier. Want to try to track that mysterious peacock again.
Sounds like a good game plan, Captain.
You help Chris relax on the botanical garden. Even though you don't find any peacock, you enjoy the rest of your time in the garden with Chris before eventually returning to the campus. After parting ways with Chris, you're walking back through the quad when you come across to Rachel heading your way.
Hey, Stephanie, long time no see. Hey, Rachel. I hope there aren't any hard feelings about moving out. Nah, it's fine. Actually, now that no one's on the other bed, I finally have somewhere to store my dirty dishes.
She's just so garbage and untidy.
Okay, so I guess you haven't cleaned your room then. I think I threw out a pizza box or two. Can't really remember that. Oh well, as long as that took care of the cockroach. What? Cockroach? Anyway, Caitlin says the place you guys found is pretty cool. It's nice you are able to live together again. Yeah, it's great. I hope you'll be able to find a new roommate if that's what you want. I'm not too concerned either anyway. I've got to get going. I have to find somewhere the band can practice.
She leaves with you with a nod on her head and you continue on your way back home. As you approach the edge of the campus, someone darts out from among the trees and collides with you. They drop an armful textbook, and when you bend to help pick them up, they snap at you.
Can you get your paws off my stuff?
What's going on with Becca? Find out the next chapter of the Sophomore.